Hi everyone, this is Tanya the Lady Strange. Welcome once again to my altar room. So, thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome. Either way, I'm happy to have you here and appreciate your presence and being present with me. This is another collective reading. I'm filming this today on June 28th of 2026, but this is a timeless reading. So whether you see it today for this week or whether you see it sometime in the near future or further out, that's when it's meant to find you. It may hold some types of truth, wisdom, something that might apply to your circumstances, your past working, no matter how you identify as a woman, a man, a spiritual being, a practitioner like myself, or whatever path or life or what stage of your life you're in and your experiences. They each should be honored. And yes, it's struggle. Life is hard. Very fucking hard, especially with the way things keep digressing and regressing versus going forward, but that doesn't mean we, as a collective, and whom this may apply for, has to. We can show up for ourselves and those around us that truly matter and what does. It's more so about how we bring in and reflect with our inner world to our outer world, how we can shape our own days, our own experiences, and those around us. That's what truly is. It's what is actually basically reciprocal and equitable energy, exchange, time, presence, love, support. That's where the magic is. The magic is what you create and how you can reframe and reshape and be resourceful. So this week, and overall for this, when this applies and when this may find you, the crystal is Lapis Lazuli. The guidance of this stone, she is amazing. I just started working with this one and acquired it a few weeks ago. It's basically this Lapis Lazuli. If you have this in your collection and you want to use it as a tool or as an aid, feel free to do so. That's what it's meant for. Or you can embody the energies and the guidance that this brings to this message. So basically, this is like the high priestess. You can sit, observe, but you can know. Deep within yourself, and it's been surfacing, is various different energies, messages, sometimes triggers, things that you can't quite understand, difficulty, fears, but also hope, knowing, and saying the right thing at the right time, or the right thing showing up at those moments in need. And that's what's happening currently at the present with the Lapis. It marries the past, that deja vu, because this collective in whom this applies to actually has the answers within themselves and taps into that which is beyond and is seen. Many others don't recognize that and maybe don't find that favorable, or maybe turn away from that because they don't want to see the truth. The truth of Lapis is the intuitive knowing, but the wisdom gained from experience, observation, what works, what doesn't, learning those lessons. But it's also a very willful stone, so it helps to create and marry in the realm of the liminal, the physical, and the magic, the will and the water. So the water being the emotions and the flow, and the intuition, the will being the fire, what creates, how you can present for yourself, and with what you work with and walk with. And so listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, listen to that magic you hold within yourself. What you know, use that, even if you don't know where it comes from. Utilize what you have learned. You can shape your experience and reframe it. And Lapis is also good for calming. It's also got much for basically being able to bring yourself into yourself and therefore into the present. When things seem overwhelming, Lapis may help you to find that your center, the center and the heart, the eye of the storm. So things might get a bit rocky or a bit rough, or even more so, as life is like that and being a human is like that. That is all of it. And basically, in that response to that, my phone's being funny, sorry. So let's get to the cards. So this week it was the soul that stepped up, my beautiful 1987 Swiss AGM Thoth, and of course the 100 Manor Oracle. No surprise, my favorite Oracle deck. So the cards that came up, these three just jumped right out when I was shuffling it. So they were the message that this applies to, or this collective may need to know at this time. So basically, first card was a fire card, of course, meaning the element, the energies, therefore, that it embodies and presents, is the Princess of Wands. So, as I say, as you can see, clear front and center, this deck, I love the colorations, the color keys, the feelings and energies that it invokes or evokes, the thoughts, and the presence that this deck brings in. So much magic. This is my favorite deck, meaning, well, this is not my original Thoth, that's my favorite version, but this is one of my favorites in my collection. So the Thoth on here is higher wisdom, and that matches the energy of the Lapis. So that's why I believe it steps forth this week and this current time frame, or both. This could apply now and it could apply in the future. You see the tiger, you see the princess. Now, princesses often are impulsive, so it's taking that action sometimes without sitting there and overthinking, overanalyzing, or overplanning, not holding one's back. It's wanting to do the thing and do the things and embrace the passion, embrace learning something new, eating something new, learning something new, having spontaneous moments. Yes, Lapis is like that. It's about, yes, going with the flow, feeling that passion, feeling the fire, and bringing in the trick right. But it also is, the princesses have a thing about being a younger energy, so sometimes a bit reckless without planning. Taking those steps, maybe do take a little bit extra, a few moments of reflection before you put that into energy. But flow with the dance of life, flow with the circumstances, and what you can create and reframe in those moments as they do apply. I do believe it's going to take a lot of dancing and flow of energy like the fire brings, bringing in the true action and true will in small steps to move with that and to move with the fire. Things might burn a bit, but you can work with fire. Fire is an amazing energy, an amazing element, and a spark of will, a spark of creativity, a few moments or long periods of time of energy might be coming into play to be needed and interwoven. So kind of dancing with danger. That's also what that is. She who dances with danger is the Princess of Wands. It is that recklessness and the need sometimes to follow our passions, the need to follow our wills and not hold ourselves back. Creativity, creation, and the ability to be and to just go for it. That's what the message, part of the message is. It's being mindful, but more so, don't hold one's back and go for it. Now, this card is the next one, Five of Wands, another fire and energy card. This card used to bother me, but as is any tarot or oracle card and many other things and stories and circumstances in life, there's two sides to it. So basically, this is dealing with the Princess of Wands. Yes, the card might say on it strife. Yes, I said there's difficulties. There always is. I don't care who you are, where you are, or what stage of your life in, or your beliefs. Being a human is often hard and difficult, especially, like I said, in this ever-changing world where things are digressing and regressing on a constant basis. But that doesn't mean that we have to, as humans or people, or being good people and being more aware and in touch with ourselves and our energies on that we have to be that ourselves. So we don't have to give into that. This is the having, like the Princess of Wands, having that will and fire to meet those adversities and that strife that's continuously presented to ourselves, but using, like the Lapis, the clarity, the knowledge, the wisdom already obtained, and knowing in those moments when it's difficult and you're about to give up, having that revelation. It's meeting the competition, meeting it with your true self-authority, what you have inside of yourself. Strife doesn't need to overtake you. You have to work with it, you have to acknowledge it, and move through it. Lastly is the Lovers, a major arcana card. So the Lovers is alchemical card. Yes, it can be a relationship or marriage. Yes, and not just a love relationship. It can be friendships, co-worker relationships, situational. And I think this is all of the above for this collective. There is major decisions, a blending of opposites. Yes, there's a male and female here, so masculine and feminine energies, we all embody those no matter how we present ourselves or what our paths are or our circumstances. Choices, crossroads. So are you going to choose to basically step up and continue to step up in whatever ways you can that's right for you and not necessarily for others? How are you meeting the strife and the competition? What is your uniqueness, your will, and the steps and actions you have and will take for yourself and for those that truly matter to you? It's also being resourceful, it's being strong, it's being mindful, it's being compassionate for oneself. It's feeling many points overwhelmed, and often a swing of emotions like a pendulum, but in of the up and downward of the wheel of fortune. It's that. It's how you can meet the different forces. Those things that are light and joyful, those things are dark and heavy, lack and abundance at once. What choices are you going to make for yourself at this time that are going to help you going forward? What choices have you not made as you've felt strife and anguish with, but that you know you can move forward toward? Ultimately, it's up to you to do just to be and understand and process as necessary and not to repress or suppress your thoughts, feelings, or emotions or let fear hold you back. It's about moving forward, using those fears, the anxiety, in some cases, anger and overwhelm, and using them to reframe and do so as necessary, like the wisdom of the Lovers and as a major key and door, and using what you might see as strife at the moment, but knowing you've done it in the past and you can do it in the present and into the future. That is the major part of the message. Now, next part of the message is, okay, never mind, I'm not going to bring it up. But this is the locket came up, so it's cherish the moment. It is apple, take a bite, and absence is practicing restraint. Okay, so again, those energies like of the lapis and of the fire of the wands and choice, it's approach. It's marrying in perception and perspective together. Higher wisdom, higher discernment, but not letting it hold back and taking action and will. Feeling the feelings, acknowledging how you feel in the moment, being present, but moving through it. Not pushing down and making it worse like society wants us to, or like we have been ingrained into since birth. So, or the different constructs that continue to be that which is outside of ourselves. We don't no longer need to bring it within ourselves. So, cherish a moment. That's being present. Those things that bring you joy, things that bring remembrance, that from the past that bring remembrance. Cherish what you have and the abundance you have and being able to do those little extra things. Those moments of breathers and those relationships you have. And even those that you no longer have, but what they contribute to and shape you to what you are now. So it's saying to be present. Cherish the moment. Cherish the abundance you have. We each have different forms of abundance. We're still surviving, so therefore that is also something to cherish, that you're watching this or you're living in this moment, or with the memories you have had, and what you can do and can't do, and being also mindful about that. And of course, next is Apple is taking a bite. So enjoy the sweet pleasures and those simple desires that no, they're not going to harm you or others around you. But taking that action and dancing with the fire, dancing with danger, and maybe being a bit reckless, a bit spontaneous more so. This collective needs to be a bit more so. I know I do. And finding the pleasure in the smallest things, and that's what Cherished Moment is, finding the pleasure, much like is what's being offered to you. You are being offered something, an opportunity to show up for yourself, an opportunity to use your mindful and awareness and logic and wisdom and overcoming the challenges. Are you going to be defeated, or are you going to meet the challenge and to be, as they say, to live another day? And at the same token is you don't want to overindulge like the apple too much. You do want to find that happy balance and medium like the Lovers does of an alchemical experience within our emotions, our logic, our daily life and resources, and our relationship. It's all about that. Do we want to be a part of the problem, or do we want to be a part of our solutions and have an effective, empowered life and experience what we do now affects our future, but the past should not hold us back. We take what wisdom and lessons from that and we move forward. We practice restraint when it comes to maybe things that want to challenge us and how other people, especially other people that is, present themselves and act. Do we even need to meet them at their level? No. Do we need to actually fight back? No. It's about finding the right level to meet that. Restraint, but also indulgence. It's all about balance. It's all about choice. It's all about presence. So feel your fire. Make those choices. Meet your strife with fire and adversity, will and strength, and courage. Make the choice. Make the choices that you have been holding yourself back on. And of course, being present, cherishing what you have had, and being present in the moment. And of course, making those choices and finding what you desire and what you can desire in the moment, and the opportunities that you're being offered and how you can liberate yourself. And last, practicing restraint when others don't know how to, and finding that healthy, happy, and effective marriage like the Lovers. Marriage of energies and circumstance and presence. And with that, if you found any value in this, please like, comment, subscribe, as my channel is very small. It'd be nice if this if reaches more people as it's meant to. And please stay strange.